everyone's changing very, very rapidly. So, you know, if you were only sourcing from China, the lockdown has affected your business massively. And so we're seeing an increased diversification of supply chains. So, you know, if all your raw material was coming from China, then again, you're also in a difficult place. So we're diversifying. A lot of people are nearshoring now, but also looking at, you know, more diverse regions. And Lisa and I work on a group to promote African supply chains. And that's one of the things we were talking about the other day, is actually this is a moment for you know, regions that perhaps are not traditionally looked at as sourcing regions to really come up and develop. Certainly the factories that I speak to are, you know, facing a very tough time. And so the usual minimum order quantities are dropping. They're, you know, they will remember who has, you know, their buyers' behavior once this is over. They will remember. Yeah. And so they're much more willing to work with smaller brands who are, they feel are trustworthy. And I think it changes the dynamic massively. You know, that sort of old dynamic of I'm the buyer, I hold the power. I think that sort of, you know, it's not relevant anymore. Our suppliers are our partners. We you know, without them, we haven't got anything to do. We rely on them completely. And so, you know, I think that dynamic absolutely has to change. And I think that, you know, we will also see much more engagement in health and safety for workers, you know, the social distancing. Can it happen? Is it happening? How does it happen? So, you know, definitely we're seeing most of our suppliers are downsizing massively. So you might have like 2 production lines running and one will be empty so they can socially distance a little bit. It's, in my opinion, not enough, but it's something. And, you know, we have a chance here to, like you said, promote the small e-commerce brand. So, you know, we're the largest supplier of baby wear into the imprint industry in Europe, for example. Baby wear has soared. Like all those sort of online, like baby wear retailers are doing brilliantly. And going back to the COVID generation, I think, you know, 7-8 months from now, there might be a lot of babies as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's time to look at new markets. You know, what we're doing is we're very quickly producing organic cotton face masks that are produced in Portugal, and part of the cost of production, not sales, production, we will donate to Médecins Sans Frontières, because actually it's the people, you know, the medics and the frontline workers in the developing countries have far less resource than we have. And we're all kind of competing with each other as countries for resource and forgetting about the ones that really need it. So, you know, it's just very, very quickly rethinking, thinking strategically, and just we have an opportunity here, you know, and a crisis brings an opportunity. We have an opportunity to really reshape things, and I'm quite like Lisa, I'm quite optimistic, I suppose, but I think we have a chance to do it, and it would be a waste if we didn't.